The Port Arthur Little Theater presents Frankenstein. The show runs the next 2 weekends, but don't expect the campy version most of us know. Tom Wright joins us from the Port Arthur Little Theater with more. Tom?
Well, Kelly, this is a show you don't see done very often. And story of Frankenstein, maybe not the story you think you know. With us is Chad Peterson, who plays the creation. We're going to talk a little more on that in just a second. But first, this is not the 1930s Boris Karloff version of Frankenstein. This is the original, which is a lot heavier story.
It's very heavy. Actually, when I first read the script, I was very excited about it and scared at the same time.
Yeah, because it deals with a lot of themes about, we're talking nature versus nurture, because this creation ends up doing bad things, and so you sort of ask, why was he created that way? Did he become that way? But you play the if we will, the monster in this. We have a picture of you in costume, so we'll take a look at that. And a reminder, this may not be for little kids because it gets a little freaky.
It does. Not just the play itself, but just the makeup that's done on the show. The creature does look very spooky.
I mean, your intent is to put a little fear in people at times.
Yeah, the creature's dealing with different emotions. He starts off that he wants to love. He's naturally turned towards affection and wants friends, and it's the way he's treated by others. He becomes a monster. It's filled with rage.
Okay, that's interesting. Now, this show is, I don't know if it's ever been done in the area before. I don't remember it being done. But it's based on the original story, and the adaptation of the play. The author of that story is actually part of the show, right? She's a character in the show.
Yeah, Mary Shelley, who wrote Frankenstein, is part of the show, and some of the cast members from the story interact with her and deal with some of the dilemmas and ethical questions that are going on.
Okay, do we need to set the scene? This is the moment before creation, right?
This is where Victor is getting ready to take a shot at doing this creation thing, and at the same time, Mary Shelley is visiting with Lord Byron, who's challenged her to write a ghost story. And he's kind of critiquing her as she goes, and she's narrating.
Let's take a look at Frankenstein the next 2 weekends here at the Port Arthur Little Theater.
And if that, in process of time, may renew life where death had apparently devoted the body to corruption.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Inspired. I'm going over to the animist.
He collected bones from charnel houses and disturbed profane fingers the tremendous secrets of the human frame.
Oh, that's good. Grisly, scientific, and illegal, all in one.
The slaughterhouses and the dissecting rooms furnished his materials as he devoted heart and soul to this one pursuit.
Is that possible?
Well, I imagine, I speculate. It's clumsy, tracing patterns, stitching bits together like a patchwork quilter, like a surgeon.
All right, Frankenstein here, Port Arthur Little Theater. Come check out this show again the next 2 weekends. And remember, we're going to say this is a PG-13 for sort of content and kind of scariness level. Don't bring the little tykes. They probably won't enjoy it. So, plus it might be above their head because it's an adult show. It deals with adult themes, Kelly. So come check it out. Back to you.
Thanks, Tom. Coming up next on Live at 5.